Hi viewers, for this video we will be looking into expressions and operators in Python. So we are learning to code with Python. So for coding we need to enter some expressions to evaluate to a value, and we need to use some operators through which we can do many calculations and perform some operations. Right? So let us begin. What is an expression? So expression is not our facial expression, it is like your mathematical expression, which is the combination of operators and operands which evaluates to a value. Operators are the symbols which conveys some specific calculatable meaning to the interpreter. For example, your plus and minus here are called as operators, and operands are the variables on which these operators perform their operation. Here A, B and C, all three are operands. So the examples are given here. Plus and minus are operators, A and B is given here, whereas A, B, C, all three are operands. Now the combination of operands and operators which evaluates to a value, this is important. It is not like simply if you give AB plus minus C, that doesn't evaluate to a value. So your expression has to evaluate to one particular value, then only you call it as an expression. Let us see. Suppose if we have assigned the variable A as 1, B as 2 and C as 0, it will evaluate to 1 plus 2 minus 0, that is 3 minus 0, 3. Right? It is evaluating to a value 3. So that is an expression. A plus B minus C, which is a combination of operators and operands. You can assign this expression to another variable, where in memory the result of this expression will get assigned to this variable x. For example, in this case 3 gets assigned to x. After this, when you try to print x, it prints 3. So this also called as equation in your mathematical terms. Right? You have a left hand side and right hand side, and right hand side evaluates to a value, and that value is assigned to this left hand side L value, which is a variable. It cannot happen the reverse. You cannot give A plus B minus C is equal to x. So let us check this out. Let me give A is equal to 1, B is equal to 2, C is equal to 0, and I'm giving an expression A plus B minus C. So this is evaluated to 3, but now we have not assigned it to anything. So let me give x is equal to A plus B minus C. So now there is nothing printed because you have assigned it to another variable. Now the variable gives you the value. Right? You cannot do it reverse. A plus B minus C is equal to x. This is not correct. You cannot assign it to an operator. You can always, the L value should be the variable and the R value, that is right side value, should be an expression. It can be any expression. With same A plus B, let us try to evaluate A plus B the whole square. Right? So A plus B the whole square, you know, A square plus 2AB plus B square. So let us try to give that. Let me assign it to Z. So A square, how will you give? A into A plus 2AB. How should you give? 2 multiplied by A multiplied by B. You cannot give simply 2AB. It cannot identify. You have to use the operators in between. Mathematically, you will say 2AB, which means 2 into A into B plus B square. So it is B into B. Now try to print Z. Yes, 9. Your A square is 1 into 1, 1 plus 2AB is 2 into 1 into 2, so 4, and B square is 2 into 2, 4. So 1 plus 4 is 9. Understood? So this is an expression, example of an expression. We will learn how to use mathematical functions along with this, like calculating square, power and all, later when we do MATLAB functions. Right now we are focusing on how to give an expression. Okay, so here we have learned how to give an expression. A plus B the whole square formula is expanded and given as an expression here. Now after expression, we are going to learn about operators. So here already we have used this plus and minus. These are one of the arithmetic operators which have been used here. Like this, you have many more operators which can be used in Python. So we are going to focus on these operators. So basically you have these types of operators: arithmetic operator, relational operators, assignment operators, typo error, logical operators, and membership operator. Right? So let us see how we are going to use these operators in your Python. So arithmetic operators, already we have seen what is plus and minus, right? So asterisk stands for multiplication and the slash for division. percentage for modulus. Modulus means you can find remainder when you divide a number by a divisor. And this double slash, you call it as floor division, which will return the result as an integer. So now let us try to learn the other operators. The Python, right? So A, B and C are already assigned. So let me give A into B, right? So A by B, that is 1 by 2, is given as 0.5, right? So let me assign some other number. A is equal to 20 and B is equal to 2, right? So now let me give division again. A divided by B is 10.0. It gives the result as a float. Division always returns the result as float data type. Now what is modulus? When A is divided by B, what is the remainder? What does modulus says? When A is divided by B, what is the remainder? When 20 is divided by 2, remainder is 0. So let me give A modulus 3. That is, when 20 is divided by 3, what is the remainder? What is the remainder? 20 divided by 3? Yes, right. It is 2. So you can use a value also directly in an expression. All these are expressions. You can give an expression which will be evaluated according to the precedence rule. So A plus B, you want to evaluate it like a mathematical expression, setting priority. A plus B by 2. So A plus B is 20 plus 2. 22 gets, the addition is done first because you have given in brackets and it has higher precedence, and that is divided by 2. You would have learned this as BODMAS rule in your mathematics, right? Now let us see what is this floor division. Floor division is, for example, A is 20, right? So when I divide A by 3 division, it is giving me in decimal. So I don't want to consider this decimal part. I want only the integer part, the whole number part. Then I can use floor division, where it will take only the integer part. It won't round it off. It will give the integer part as it is. So the floor division returns the result as an integer, considering only the integer part of the division, eliminating the decimal part. Whereas the normal division gives you the exact division in terms of the integer part and the decimal part together. Okay. So I repeat, you know your plus stands for addition, minus for subtraction, asterisk for multiplication, product, and slash for division, normal division which will return in float, and percentage symbol for modulus. So you call it as modulus operator, which returns remainder when A is divided by B. This is an example. Like this, you can do any division. Let me give 23 mod 4. So when 23 is divided by 4, what is the remainder? 3. And finally you have your floor division, right? You can see the difference. For normal division, it gives with decimal. Floor division, only the integer part is considered. This is for your arithmetic operators. Now let us concentrate on the relational operators. Let us consider the same two variables. You can check A is greater than B. Yes, true, because your A is 20, B is 2. A is less than B, false. So relational operators compares, it is used for comparing two variables, and if the comparison is satisfied, it's true, it returns true. If the comparison is not satisfied, it returns false. And when you have to compare for equality, you have to give double equal to. Right? Is A equal to B? Is A equal to A? True. Is A equal to 20? True. Right? You can compare with a value also. Understood? Similarly, you can check like, is A greater than or equal to 20? True. Greater than or equal to. Is it either greater than or equal to 20? Yes. So can I give A greater than or equal to 21? False. Similarly, B, is it less than or equal to 2? Yes. Either less than should be true or equal to should be true in this case. So it's equal to 2, it's giving 2. Whereas if you give B less than 2, it will return false. Understood? Similarly, not equal to. B not equal to 2, false, because it is equal to. B not equal to 1, true. So like this, you can use your relational operators for comparing two different variables, which will return true or false. So these are the relational operators. Now you can combine these operations logically. Like I want to check whether A is greater than equal to 20 and B is equal to 2. So I'm performing two different relational comparisons. So AND evaluates to true when both the operations are true. If any one of them is false, it will return false. So let me tell you again. Let me check. A is equal to 20 and B is equal to 3. So in this case, you know, A is 20 but B is not 3. So it will return false. Both of them should return true, then only it will evaluate to true. Even if one of the comparison is false, it will return false. Right? Let us check for OR. So A greater than or equal to 20 or B is equal to 2. Any one condition is true, it returns true. So let me check. A is equal to 5 or B is equal to 2. It returns true. You know that this is false because A is 20. So 20 is equal to 5 is false, but B is equal to 2 is true. If one condition is true, it evaluates to true. Right? This is your OR comparison. And similarly, NOT A is equal to 5. You know, A is equal to 5 will evaluate to false. What is the opposite of false? It is true. So it inverses the operation, the check which is done in this comparison, and then returns the result which is inverse of this result. So NOT B not equal to 2, but B is equal to 2. So this is false. NOT of B not is equal to 2 will return true. So these AND or NOT are called as logical operators. What are they called? These are called logical operators. AND or NOT are called logical operators. Now the assignment operators and membership operators we will be looking into the next video. Bye for now. Bye bye.